In case anyone was wondering, which you probably weren't at this point, we have verifiable evidence, just like we did before, that the guy who did the Las Vegas bombing with the Tesla truck was indeed a Trump supporter. Just like the guy who tried taking a pot shot at Donald Trump a few months ago. Just like the guy who drove up to the FBI office in Cincinnati after Trump was indicted and tried shooting up the FBI office. Just like the guy a few months ago who was unalived by the FBI after he was stockpiling weapons and saying he was going to go after the DOJ. There is a glaring pattern here that many people are ignoring. The MAGA are a domestic terrorist organization, and we need to keep pointing that out every chance we get. Not only was the Cybertruck explosion intentional, but they found letters left behind by the person responsible. These letters were mostly long rants about how we needed to get out of the war with Ukraine and we were headed for war with China. But specifically he said we need to be prepared to fight to get the Democrats out of the federal government. According to family members close to him, who did not wish to be identified, they described him as a patriot and said he was an avid supporter of President-elect Donald Trump who would say that Trump is a soldier's best friend. Once again, another act of domestic terrorism performed by a Trump supporter. And once again, the media is going to gloss right over it, and the cult is going to ignore it entirely or blame it on an immigrant or something. Just like that guy in New Orleans who recently plowed through a group of 14 people who Trump falsely claimed on T3rr Social was an illegal immigrant. He was a US-born citizen. But of course, being in a cult, Trump's followers will completely ignore all of this. They still think Trump is the second coming of Jesus. No matter how much violence he incites, no matter how many lies he tells, no matter how much he drives them into the poorhouse and gets them to incite violence against innocent people, they will still think he is the greatest thing on earth. Because they have lost their fucking minds. And once again, this act of violence proves that.